Why have one burger when you can have two? Phil Vickery is doing a masterclass on burgers today. Phil Vickery, good morning.
Morning to you. How you doing, folks? Right?
It's lovely to see
Yes.
you.
Get stuck in.
This looks great.
Get stuck in. Here we go. Here we are. Right. So look, there we've got a salmon burger, which has a little wasabi mayonnaise, and we've got just a cheeseburger, which I think is still my favourite. Just a plain, simple cheeseburger.
That shot, though, does look like it was yesterday. You know when you go in sometimes and you go, oh, how long has that one been there for?
What? We were talking about... I did that a couple of hours ago.
Did you? I mean, don't get me wrong, this looks delicious.
Anyway, so let's talk about burgers. Now...
I'm ready.
Sorry.
Go on,
yes,
tuck
sorry.
in.
Oh, can we go in?
Yeah, wherever you want to take do the cheeseburger. Let's talk about cheeseburger.
Well, hang on, where do we go first?
Wherever you want. But I'm going to talk about the classic cheeseburger. Now,
OK.
to me, a cheeseburger is all down to the raw product. You can't muck about it too much. We use chuck steak. Chuck steak, which is around about 15 to 20% fat content. Any less than that, and it becomes a bit dry, so you need to be very slightly careful. We mince it on an 8mm plate and a 5mm plate to get that nice patty texture.
Yeah, because you know sometimes you're in the supermarket at the butcher's and you see 5% fat, 10% fat, but that doesn't give you the flavour.
No, it doesn't. Anything less than around about 15%, you'll notice a difference.
Right.
You'll notice a texture. So we work on about 20%. This is chuck steak, which is for the front end of the animal, and we dry age the meat. Now, that's really important. Most minces or chunks of meat now are vac-packed and aged. No moisture comes out.
So that's the thing, when it's fat packed and aged, it doesn't mean anything, does it?
No, it definitely what they call maturates. It definitely does,
OK.
but it doesn't evaporate.
Right.
Because as soon as you just hang an animal up, you lose 10% a week. If it's moisture, that's your profit gone.
Yeah.
So they put it in bags, and it does maturate quite well. However, we dry age ours,
Gotcha.
so that when you actually mince the meat and you cook it, you get no water coming out because it's already dried. So again, 20% fat content. Now here, what I don't do, we've got little patties just here now. So that's the mince there. Here it is. We don't season the meat. We season the meat just before we cook it. Wow. Because what happens is the salt tightens the protein, can make it a chewy burger. And also, we flatten our burgers like patties.
That's a proper patty, isn't it?
Exactly. And they will shrink slightly in the pan. And you just cook them on a grill, in a barbecue, whatever you want to do, and just cook them like that, nice and gently. Now, you've got that there. Now, it's very, very simple. Cook them. I use a sesame roll. I don't use brioche buns. I think they're too sweet, personally. And we've got classic burger cheese. Can't beat it.
We were talking about this.
We were just talking about it.
I hate it.
It's got to be, hasn't it?
I hate it when people mess around with cheese in the burger. Just get the dirtiest cheese from the supermarket.
And that's the one.
There.
And it is. And what I don't do is I do not cook it too much. I let the residual heat of the burger just melt the cheese in the bun.
Can I just ask a question?
By the way.
With a burger, should it be well done? Should it be cooked all the way through or a little bit
Well,
pink?
there's a bone of contention here. Because you're using minced meat, which obviously, when you mince the meat, you can get bacteria which has gone into the burger.
Right.
Now, if you've got a steak, the bacteria is on the outside of the steak. Very rarely it's on the inside because it's a pure muscle. When you mince it, then you sometimes get a bacteria in the inside. So I would always suggest that you do cook them right through. But if you don't want to cook, that's purely up to you. But you've got to be slightly careful.
That is good.
OK? Now,
because mine is a little bit pink.
Well,
Can I just say that?
What I don't understand is, are you just cooking meat? Like, is there nothing else in that?
Nothing else. It's down to the
parmesan,
quality.
no
It's down to
herbs.
the quality of the meat and salt and pepper just before you cook them on the outside, so it's not on the inside. Wow. Dead simple. And that's why I think simple
It's a
cooking.
little bit pink. Is that right?
It's not pink. I thought it was ketchup.
A bit pink, isn't it?
I'm like you. I don't like it too pink.
Oh, OK.
Anyway.
I've eaten it.
But the point is...
Am I going to be OK?
You'll be fine,
Not
though.
chicken.
You'll be fine.
Oh,
You'll be
my
fine.
goodness.
Now, but the whole point is, it's down to the raw product.
Yes.
OK?
Quality.
If you get this bit right, the rest is fine.
OK.
Now, moving that on slightly, we'll talk about salmon burgers. Now, it's the same sort of scenario. If you don't want to eat meat, you can have salmon. Here's the cooked version here. Now, what I do is I chop salmon. OK, it's an oily fish. If I go back over here, you'll see the ingredients. So here, I've got a little bit of ginger, some breadcrumbs, egg white, a little bit of fish sauce if you want. It's really up to you, a bit of soy sauce. But the primary thing is mayonnaise. 1 tablespoon of mayonnaise to 500 grams of any fish meat or even lean meats like pork and turkey make a massive difference in a burger.
How come?
It emulsifies and holds on to the fat. It's delicious. So I always put that in. And then a few breadcrumbs just to tighten them up over there. And then on your one there, if you have a look at yours, again, I've cooked that. So that's pretty much cooked the right way through. You can see there. A little bit of lettuce in there and also the mayonnaise. Now, I quite like a little bit of wasabi in the mayonnaise to get a bit of kick. But be careful, with Japanese horseradish, it'll blow your socks off.
I don't like wasabi.
Yeah.
I'm just not a fan.
But just taste that, Al, because it's very, very mild, OK?
Are you sure?
Yeah, honestly. Wasabi, I use like salt and pepper.
Yeah.
So it's a seasoning, so it won't blow your head off.
Oh, it's just right.
Phil, is the salmon cooked before you put it? Like,
No, it's all raw. You chop it raw.
Oh, you chop it raw, so it's not
it
like you
raw.
poach it or anything.
No, and here, a couple here, I can show you those.
That's delicious.
They're the ones there, you see them right there.
Yeah.
It's not too much, it's just a hint of the wasabi.
Well, I'll try it now.
You could do that with tuna fish as well. Tuna works really well. Some of the supermarkets sell frozen tuna, which is amazing for that sort of thing as well.
Oh, Phil, that's great.
Now, you've also got onion rings on the side there.
Did you make those as well?
Yeah, onion rings.
Oh,
Very
thank you.
simple. Here, I've got onions, which I've...
Fried onion rings.
Exactly.
Remember?
I don't know that song.
Hope it's chips. We hope it's chips. Anyone?
Yeah, I remember. Yep.
Literally
All
on my own.
together now.
Now, so what we've got here is self-raising flour and fizzy water. You make up a batter like that, and the raising agent will work for around about 20 minutes. After that, we used to, when we had the restaurant, we'd make up the batter, and I made the guys set a little timer. After 20 minutes, throw it away and start again, because it loses its lovely lightness.
Why fizzy water?
Big fizzy water gives it a really light batter. As you can see there, look at that fizzing up with the raising agent. And it's very, very simple. You just put your onion rings,
Crunchy.
bit of flour,
Nice, aren't they?
take that out of there, pop that into the batter, like so.
It's that easy.
It's ever so weird, because things that I don't normally like, whenever Phil Vickery cooks it, I love it.
Yeah,
It's
because I find
completely
that a lot of
different.
onion rings can be quite greasy and heavy, but these
Yeah.
are so light.
But that's down to the batter. So if you flour and you mix this, you don't want it too thick like that, in it goes. And you'll see those cooking just there, and they take seconds to cook. Now, the longer that you leave them in there, obviously the greasier they become. But look at that. I mean, I've cooked that
Well
in,
done.
2 seconds. I'll just turn them over, you can see. Look at that. Look at that little...
That-
Almost like a little
Calamaris.
tempura style thing, really, isn't it?
Very simple, it's simple cooking, and it's fizzy water and self-raising flour. It's about getting the simple things right to make a great meal, I believe.
That was delicious. Thank you.
So easy.